reviewing this movie on Netflix. Is called Traffik, starring Paula Patton, Omar Epps, and this movie is directed by Dion Taylor. And this movie is based on actually true story, and it is about like women trafficking in California. Although this movie based on a true story, and the story is about trafficking, but unfortunately most of your time you have to spend with these two shallow character called Darren and Malia. And like these two character in this movie, they're so annoying. Every time they're on screen, you're like, oh, you can't wait for them to get away. These two side characters, they are like so awful and shallow. And when I was watching it, I was like, this is offensive. Like the way these two characters was acting. So this movie, I really enjoyed the last half of it. First half of it, as I said, these two characters ruined this movie for me. And I was just sitting there waiting for this trafficking story to kick in, but it takes long time. Like you have to spend a lot of your time with this four character. So I really like Omar Epps. He's a really very good actor, and he's very charming on screen. I used to love him in a show called House. He is so good. So his character isn't shallow in this movie. I thought he done a decent job. And Paula Patton, who is in this movie, we all know how hot she is. She's probably one of the most hottest woman in the world. But this director, the way he shot all this scene with her in this movie, he is a pervert. I was like, man, who is this director? So when I searched him up, this Dion Trailer, he used to be a sports person, turned like he's a new director, and that's how he sees women. He was just like taking shot on Paula Patton's body, like all over, going over and over on her, and I was like, he is such a pervert. Who he was making this movie for? You have to respect women when you are making movie. You can be like, make her look like, you can like sexualize her. I don't mind it, but it's so too much, man. You're just too pervert. This director he does not know. Obviously, his first time acting. This movie is a huge failure at the box office. No way anybody can watch this movie. Like, this is like disrespecting women. And Paula Patton, she's a decent actress. She's not a great actress. She's mainly like famous for her looks. She's so beautiful, and on screen and off screen, she seems really nice and sweet. But I think her acting on this movie was really bad. I felt like she was just showing her body like crazy woman. I no wonder her career didn't go that far, because like end of the day, when you are like in a movie, as much as you want to show your body, also you want to give good performance. So this movie does show you some stuff, like how, when you're outside, like how you should not be talking to stranger, those kinds of things. I really appreciate it, I guess. But you do have to sit through this movie with these awful characters, especially Darren. He's so shallow, and his wife Malia, she's even more shallow than him. So overall, this movie was really awful. But I really like Omar Epps still in this awful movie. I thought he was standout character. And Paula Patton, who I love, I thought her character was really didn't fit here. And the thing she was wearing in this movie, you have to roll your eyes. What was she thinking? End of the day, you have to think about, like, as much as you want to show your body, but also you want to be respectful toward yourself. You know what I mean? That is a word feminist. It's not, I'm not saying like feminist thing, but I'm just saying, like, when you watch this movie, you can see this director, he has zero respect for women. And I give him 0 for making this movie. And that was my thought on this movie. It's really awful. Although it was trying to show you something meaningful, but it failed at it. And that was my thought. If you enjoyed my review, don't forget to subscribe. Please take care.